Hello, and happy Motivational Monday to each and every one of my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Cancers. By now, you may be feeling the effects of this first quarter moon in Pisces. So you will know if you've landed on the bright side, if you're landing on the bright side of the moon, Pisces moon, if you are feeling more compassionate, more sensitive, and remember, sensitivity is a gift, loving, creative, and loyal. You'll also notice people who have landed on the dark side of the moon because they're more indecisive, more discontented, more vague, secretive, easily confused, right? So the Pisces moon for you Cancers, or for water signs in particular, accentuates your intuitive nature in your spirituality and confers unique artistic talent. So make sure you're focusing on landing on the bright side of the moon in Pisces. That's coming up on the 30th of this month. So you're already feeling the effects of it. Usually it's 3 days in, 3 days out, but everybody's starting to feel the effects of it, right? All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it so that you're not overwhelmed. Just make sure you're staying focused, right? If you hadn't had a chance to watch Sunday's video, I have questions there to help you to stay focused on what you said you wanted to manifest, right? We have the Empress card, we have the Hierophant card, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we also have the Magician card. All of these in your major arcana, which is like an overarching theme of your reading, right? So the Empress card lets me know that somebody is about to enter into a marking the beginning of a season, like, and you can choose for the length of time you want, of really spiritually helping a lot of people. You're very sensitive to energies around you. You're at a higher frequency. A lot of you all will be that energy that people come to for some spiritual advice. You could be a reader, you could be a Reiki healer, you could be a or Reiki master, or you could be you could have went to school, you could have gone to school for theology. You could just have this really has really not much to do with religion at all. You could just be at a higher frequency at this point. Emotionally, you're feeling everything, right? And so source is saying to you, it's Cancers, it is really like knowing, like looking back over your life and the decisions that you've made to allow certain energies to come into your space. It's going to start making more sense to somebody why certain energies were allowed to cross your path, even the ones that didn't stay, or the ones that you had to remove, or they removed themselves, in other words, right? And so source is saying, toss out all the bitterness and angry taste they may have left in your universe, like some of the bitter taste in your mouth, their energy, right? Maybe you drank from some of their cup of, just like when I say drank, their emotions. Maybe they said something low vibrational or hurtful to you, or they said it about you, or whatever. Sources like toss all of that out because they no longer have access to you, and get back on your throne. Get back on your Empress throne. Get back on your Hierophant throne, right? Again, you're not looking down at anybody. This is where source is giving you some time to areas of growth and areas of opportunity, right? To ascend higher. So clear messages are coming through to you to ascend higher. And so your response, because the Magician card is attached to the planet Mercury, which is the communication planet, communication, travel, technology, all those things. This is where you want to thank source for growth in the area of maybe holding on to a grudge from somebody that really deeply hurt you in the past. It could have been a job, it could have been an organization, it could have been a person, it could have been a group of people, it could have, whatever it was. You're saying, I'm just releasing that. I'm tossing out all that bitter water, and I'm creating such a firm boundary that so I'll be able to recognize that energy moving forward, right? And in the meantime, I'm going to continue getting back to hard work, right? One of the things that you all have to your advantage, Cancer, and I always say this to you all, is the fact that you all are ruled by the moon, right? So first quarter moon is about getting active. You've already written out your list of things you wanted to manifest, or at least you've already thanked source in advance for the things that you wanted to manifest, right? And so this is, again, speaking along the lines of growth and opportunity, also believing in yourself and transcendence, right? Right? And where are you putting your energy under? Where are you putting your fire up under that, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you all, so far. We have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. Somebody's been waiting on some kind of increase with money. The Justice card. We also have the Knight of Cups, and we also have the Ace of Swords. So, again, and congratulations to somebody who justice is in your favor. I'm talking to you if you have Cancer anywhere in your chart. I'm seeing justice in your favor. And so Source is saying to you, you're going through abundance. So, operate in a spirit of faith, right? Operate in a spirit of faith instead of a spirit of fear and doubt and nervousness about something. The Knight of Pentacles came out again twice, right? This is reiterating, continue working hard, continue being a spiritual guide for a lot of people around you. This is not necessarily about a title. This is about you continuing to be highly intuitive, a sweetheart, giving your absolute best, being very reflective, being very maternal. And being reflective means that I can identify if you're trying to pour poison or toxins into my universe. So I don't want to reflect that. I don't want to give you that access to me to when people come to drink of my water, they're tasting the toxins that you dropped off, like that somebody else dropped off. So here we have continuing to work very, very hard. You're able to defend your decision without being defensive, at all, right? You're able to defend your decision, again, without being defensive. Again, we have the Page of Pentacles. So somebody may have been waiting on some kind of an increase. So again, keep working hard. Source knows how hard you're working. Some kind of increase is coming your way, whether it's in the form of a paycheck, like an increase in a paycheck. You may have been waiting for a check in the mail or something. So continue thanking Source in advance. Continue operating in faith and just know that it's coming. It's on its way. Here we have the Knight of Cups. Also for somebody, again, this is where you're being your own knight in shining armor. You are freeing yourselves from the heaviness of giving something maybe from your past an opportunity to weigh you down emotionally. That could have been fear. It could have been doubt. Maybe somebody, because I'm seeing money in your car, like you working very, very hard in your cars and money coming across your path. We have the Ace of Swords. You have to ask yourself, this is about what is the motive? Like, what is your motive? Why are you nervous? Why haven't you let certain things go? Like, why haven't you focused on healing from certain things? And you'll find out that you'll go a lot easier on yourself when you're honest with yourself. Maybe there are kids involved, and maybe somebody's ex was just horrible to them. Or, maybe kids involved could be like you could have been married to somebody, or you could have dated somebody, y'all could have kids together or something, and it just wasn't the ideal situation. You got to ask yourself, are you over nurturing? Are you still over nurturing that, or are you operating in faith? What is the motive? Like, what is the motive? Are you operating in faith? Can you go ahead and create some very firm boundaries and then defend it without coming across as defensive? The answer is yes. Without coming across as defensive at all. Like I said before, if there are kids involved, whether they're adult kids or younger kids or whatever, they may not understand to the depth of someone else causing you pain and heartache and nervousness or anxiety. They may not know the full story. So you can sit down and clearly defend yourself, again, without coming off as defensive, or even getting upset with an adult child because they don't understand, because they've never been through the same thing, or whatever the situation is. You can, whether it's an organization or job, you can defend why I don't go to, this particular organization, and why I remove myself, or why I have, like I said, remove myself from a situation. But anyway, here we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Again, this is, sources like really operate in faith, like really, really operate in faith, and continue moving towards your own light. Remember, like, continue moving towards your own light. So again, this is where you're not waiting to be burned in a situation. You clearly can defend why certain things you don't want to relive again. While you continue to grow your money, while you're headed towards this is the Seven of Pentacles. See how this person plants some seeds? This is a person who's manifested. They've said, thank you, source, in advance for growth in my money. Thank you for that money tree where there's so much of an abundance of wealth that I can do the things that I want to do for myself, for my family, for my colleagues, for whomever, my employees or whatever. But I'm seeing financial independence for somebody. So again, you all are called the mother sign and the money sign for a reason. The energies, all energies are extremely attracted to you all. So again, you being able to defend why you don't want to have anything to do with certain energies from your past that may have caused all kinds of, pain. Maybe court was involved, and for you, you're like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm done. Like, if you did not walk in my shoes to know how devastating and how deep that cut me to have to go to court for something, then I'm just going to have to leave it there. Here we have the Magician card twice. So a lot of messages are coming through to somebody. Again, where, like I said, you're balancing out your own scales of justice. And whoever you've had to sever ties with, again, you're moving on to the other side of this, with a clear message from source to just, like I said, heal from this, operate in faith, continue stepping into your own light. Here we have the Queen of Swords, getting back on your throne. This is where this person is going. They're going right back to their throne. So with some people, like I said, when we see this sword energy, I know that it's something somebody may have said or done to you that really cut like a sword, right? Maybe they said you weren't smart enough, or you weren't pretty or handsome enough, or wasn't this or that. Whatever the case was, for some of you all, it's set in your feelings for a long time. And source says you're not looking for any approval from them. I've already approved you because you're stepping into your own light, which is your own creative life force, which is your own purpose. So continue, again, this came out twice, operating in faith. Continue operating in faith. Because the very thing that somebody said that you weren't smart enough, or that you weren't, there's a saying. Let me see if I can find it on my phone here. Let me see. There's an Albert Einstein saying. Let me see if I can find it. Because I want to make sure before we shut down this reading that I quote this properly. Give me 1 second. I'm not even gonna pause the camera because I want you all to. Because this is what's coming to me. Let me see. Okay, so here's the quote right here, Cancers. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Right? So this is, like I said, this is an Albert Einstein quote. And so somebody may have said something to you where that wasn't your purpose here on earth. And somebody let that sit in their water for a long time, believing that they weren't smart enough, or they were never going to be respected for what they do or whatever. And so somebody's calling was absolutely to help people spiritually. Right. So whatever your journey is, first of all, you're very maternal, and I'm talking to men and women, Cancers, very sensitive to energies all around you. And something, like I said before, really cuts you, like a sword. So again, whether you have a court date or don't have a court date, first of all, if you have a court date, congratulations. But if you don't have a court date, this is, like I said, you can balance out your own scales of justice and make your life 1,000% better. This right here, Justice card, is attached to Libra, which is attached to Libra is ruled by Venus. It's the planet of love and good fortune. Love and pleasure. When you look at your life and you start to see, I'm operating in faith. I don't need degrees. I don't need this. I don't need that to spiritually help people, to continue being a sweetheart, to nurture people, or to nurture a world who feels like, okay, they haven't been nurtured, like they've been raised by a pack of wolves. For some people, they act like that. You're like, there's just no love. There's no compassion. And so I'm not gonna be upset with myself for not being what somebody said I would never be. The source is saying to you, you are absolutely in your life purpose, and there's a lot of money attached to this. So continue working very, very hard, Cancers. Continue blessing people. Continue being a sweetheart that you are. Go where you are appreciated, not where you are tolerated, or where people are trying to say, well, I can't learn from you because you don't have this kind of degree. You didn't go to this kind of school. You didn't do X, Y, and Z. Hey, continue, because your gifts are making room for you. Your spiritual gifts are making room for you, Cancers. You'll see, you watch. So let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep it moving forward. Yeah, some people love to try to make people feel like they're not good as, or you don't have this and you don't have that, or whatever. Let them continue vibrating low while you continue vibrating high. Like I said before, you have already decided, hey, I'm moving forward. Clear messages are coming through that you are exactly what Source needs you to be. Here we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, here we have the Three of Swords. Something has been so disappointing for you all, like over and over and over again. Some people take your kindness, Cancer, for a weakness, and it's deeply disappointing. But people don't. This is what I'm saying. You can defend your decision for cutting some people off without coming across as defensive, because like a mother, like you all are the mother sign, you spent a lot of your time / your money nurturing people who did this to you. And time's up for them. Time's up for them. You've taken that same sword. This is where you're taking action, and you've taken that same sword and said, I'm just going to go ahead and sever ties. I'm not staying connected to people who have hurt me, intentionally try to destroy me. I'm not nurturing that anymore. As a matter of fact, I've walked away from that. I've walked away from that. I'm continuing to work very, very hard. I know that I'm holding space, for what Source is sending my way, and I'm thanking Source in advance. Here we have ground yourselves. Because grounding is going to allow you to recharge, right? You don't necessarily have to sit outside like this in the grass. You can just walk to the store. You literally could just walk to the store. You can sit out on your deck. You can sit out on your balcony, because the building that you're in is grounded to the earth, right? So this is about grounding, like ground yourselves, because lightning bolt information is coming through to you, with that grounding. So like I said, some people are still upset that they have no access to you. They are still talking about you, and it makes them, seething mad. It makes them seething mad that they don't have the same, that you have moved on with your life. That's why I say you continue operating in fear, toss out all the bitterness from the past, and watch how Source, here we have believe in the impossible. Somebody need to thank Source in advance. Thank Source in advance. Thank Source in advance that the people that I've severed ties with in my life, that have cut me deep like with a sword, who have deeply disappointed me, that they have no more access to me now or ever. They have no more. I don't care how they're doing. I don't care what they're doing. Like I said before, I can defend my decision to cut them off without coming across to anybody as defensive. Some people have almost lost their minds. That's how serious it has gotten for somebody. Somebody have almost lost their mind because of how family members have treated them, and how so-called loved ones have treated you. People that you've given, like I said, you were giving a shirt off your back to them. And so you know the depth of your pain. So there's no way you would ever go back. See how this person is walking away and never looking back? You're not even waiting to be burned. So emotionally, if it's resurfacing in your mind, don't even get overwhelmed. That's why I keep saying, Moon in Pisces could be very overwhelming for a lot of people. Make it a point. You are landing on the bright side of the Moon in Pisces. You're more compassionate. You're more sensitive. You're more loving. You're more creative. You're more loyal to yourself. Right? So yes, not to your past. 21, I am inspiring. A lot of you all are very, very inspiring to people. Here we have, you are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged. It reveals itself in everything you do, from your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. Yeah. Yeah, so some people are seething mad that you have completely severed ties with them, and for them, they on forever trying to get back at you, but they don't understand that again, ascending higher and continuing to send out good information, good karma is coming back to you. Karma just means comeback. You're sending out great information to the universe. You're healing people. They don't even have access to you, so they don't even know. That's why good things are happening for you. Things are, I mean, just left and right. Whether it was an ex, whether it was an ex-client, whether it was an ex-colleague, ex-job, ex-church, it doesn't matter who is. You're continuing to sit, vibrate high. That's what I'm saying. A source is saying to somebody, continue vibrating high. This is how you save yourself from the situation. You continue vibrating high. If it's somebody that you need to walk away or cut out of your life, do it without worrying about what repercussions are going to happen. That's the karma they're creating for themselves. So they better make it high vibrational. Here we have I matter. I am kind. I act in spite of fear. This is again somebody walking away from something despite being nervous about, okay, how is that going to come back on me? Is this person going to do this to me? Are they going to do this to me? Don't worry about it, right? Again, justice in your favor. I keep the promises I make to myself. My voice matters. Someone needs to hear it. My tribe wants me to succeed. I'm talking about some of the friends that some of you all used to have. Your tribe actually wants you to succeed. They don't see you as competition, Cancer. Here we have, I allow doubt to float away with ease. It's starting to become clearer and clearer to somebody, right? 21 reduces to the number 3, right? That could be somebody's life path number. But the number 3, and you can see more information on my second channel. The link is below. The number 3 is about looking back at your past, but optimistically moving forward, right? Okay, what lessons did I learn from my past? But optimistically, I'm moving forward. I'm taking what I can take with me right now and use. Actually, the truth of the matter is that you can use everything from your past moving forward. But you may say, okay, I need to take a little bit from this. I need to take a little bit from that, depending on what stage of my life I'm in, where I can use it optimistically, right? But that's what somebody is doing. Somebody's learning from the past that, hey, I used to operate in fear. I used to let people get me out of source and make me moody with their behavior and their, betrayal and hurt and burning me and all of this other stuff. Those people I have cut off, whether it's clients, whether it is colleagues, whether it's the job, whether it's ex-romantic, family member, it doesn't matter who it is. Justice is in your favor. That's what I have for you, and I will see you all on Wednesday again. Happy Motivational Monday. This reading is for the remainder of November through the end of December. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. If you don't see any slots, text me. My number is also below as well. So I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.